What is going on, Lake Pro Tackle fam? Today we're going to be going over some of the brand new Daiwa products coming out in 2026. I have some ETAs on those as well as the full lineup. We're going to be going over some of the freshwater specific, but I will also include a link so you can check out some of the other, of course, saltwater style reels and some of the baits. But we are also going to be focusing on the 2026 Tatula promotion, go over what we currently have in stock that qualifies for that. And one more thing before we jump into that, Megabass Lucky Boxes. We currently only have 6 of these for sale. So these are going to be going up Friday at 10:30. If you're a Megabass fan, you know what the Lucky Box is. These include some extremely limited 2026 colors, as well as some new releases that you'll be able to get first look at when you purchase a Megabass Lucky Box. So these are from Megabass, directly from Japan. They give these out to little shops like us, smaller retailers, and of course they are extremely limited. So this is the 2026 Megabass Lucky Box, going to be available on Friday, so we will have a drop on that at 10:30. So let's go ahead and dive into one of my favorite times of the year. This is spring release, or Q1 release. We actually have a couple products here going out in March and later April, but this is the catalog for the Daiwa 2026 product. And if I get in trouble, Matt, for posting this video, it's on you. He said I could. So, flagship reels from Daiwa include, of course, the Exist and the Steez. The Exist is the spinning, the Steez is the casting. Now, there are currently 3 levels of Steez here in the United States: the Steez CT, the Steez A2, and the Steez SVTW. They are now releasing a new Steez SV Light TW. So this one here is going to be made for your lighter BFS style baits. Of course, the PX BFTW is going to be the flagship kind of, or what was the flagship BFS reel. Now that we have the Steez, it should feel extremely buttery smooth. It should have extreme casting, but of course, only time will tell when we get those in our hands here at Lake Pro Tackle. So I have been told many a times that you don't want me just reading off this sucker here. Of course, information that you can easily find yourself. So I'm going to put this image up on the screen so you can kind of skip along if you need to. But this is going to come out in 4 different models. So it's going to come out in the 7-speed, come out in a 9-speed, left hand and right hand. And one of the big differences, one thing that you might not notice on the Steez, is that they keep very fast gear ratios in here to, I think, help those BFS specific guys. I think a lot of the BFS crowd has really gone from like that typical like 6-speed, maybe 7-speed, and now we're going up to like 8 to 9-speed. So the 7 is going to be bringing in 30 inches per turn, or almost 31 inches per turn, and then the 9.2 speed is going to bring in 36.4, which is absolutely incredible for those BFS style reels, especially as you're using smaller and smaller line. You need a little bit more pickup. So, some notes on the aesthetics of this reel. There's going to be kind of that matte gold accent on the spool, on the 0 adjust knob, and then it's going to like a silver handle, which I think is kind of interesting. I think they also put a little bit of gold highlight on the little tightening screw for the handle. So if you are a BFS style fan, we will be getting some more Studio Composite in the Power Finesse, as well as the EX Plus. I just didn't order for those, so be on the lookout for that. 2 more freshwater specific reels are going to be these guys right here. So the new Tatula and Ryoga. Now, Ryoga, this is the first time in the United States where this is going to be a major release from Daiwa USA or Daiwa America. We're going to get a Ryoga 100 SV and a Ryoga 150 utilizing the LC concept, with the 100 using the SV concept. So Ryoga, in terms of round reels, this guy I've been told is going to retail around that like $7.99 mark. So very similar to like Steez. When it compares to something like the Calcutta, this Steez SV 100 is going to weigh 9.2 ounces, which is a little beefy. It has 13 pounds of drag, comes in one gear ratio at 6.3 to 1, retrieving 26.4 inches per turn. Now this is going to look very similar to the standard Ryoga of years past. It's going to be just a little bit shorter, I believe, a little more compact, but will also use all of Daiwa's super amazing technology in here. Of course, hyperdrive, CRBB, ATD knobs on it. The knobs are also going to be foam, I believe. They're not going to be that like rubbery material that Calcutta uses, but I'll have to double check on that. I'm not exactly sure. I'm pretty sure it's foam, but we will see when the actual reels get here, which are ordered so far. So new Ryoga 150 is going to use those bigger knobs. The 100 is going to use the soft touch eye-shaped knob, which I absolutely love. The 150 is also going to come in one singular gear ratio, a 7.3 to 1, bringing in 32.5 inches per turn with a weight of 10.2 ounces, same drag capacity, 13.2. So, you know, overall, Ryoga, in terms of like standing out, it doesn't stand out as much. It's going to be that kind of like, kind of silvery. I don't even know how to describe it. It's not like pure silver, but it's kind of like that kind of bronzed silver, if that makes any sense, if you're familiar with the standard Ryoga, the current one. One thing I do enjoy is the 34 millimeter spool on the 100 and the 36 on the 150. This is going to really help you throw that bigger line if you're going to be throwing swim baits with these, and I would imagine with the hyperdrive system in it, it is going to be ultra smooth. So very cool stuff with that. And moving into the brand new Tatula Elite and brand new Tatula Elite pitch flip, we have the first mock-up of the Daiwa Tatula promotion. So these are going to run from February all the way to the end of March. This is a $40 value that you can take advantage of when you purchase any Tatula reel, and that includes some that are going away as well. So as long as it's a Tatula family product, you are good. And we have so many of them here at the store. Of course, we've got even more of them that we are currently sold out of. But to go through kind of the list here, you know, kicking it off, going from bigger to smaller, we have the Tatula 300, Tatula 200, Tatula 150, Tatula pitch and flip. We've got the Tatula 100 TW. We have the Tatula SVTW, the Tatula 80, Tatula CT 100, Tatula SVTW 70. We also have the Tatula BF, which is the Tatula Bait Finesse. We have a like an astounding number of Tatula cork rods coming in at, I believe, that kind of like 170, 200-ish price range. And then we also have some Tatula Elite that you can also order as well. Now, this promotion here is in collaboration with AFCO from Daiwa. So last year's shirts were blue with, I believe it was gray lettering or white lettering. These ones are going to be gray, which I think is going to be an all-around great color just for the whole fishing community. You know, I wear the blue one quite often. This one is going to be a hooded sun shirt. And the nice thing about this one is again, it goes from February all the way to the end of May. I think I said March, but this is going to be February, March, April, and May. So 4 months of promotion. This is going to run through like classic time. This is going to run into the start of summer for at least us here in Texas. It's going to be nice and hot. So hooded sun shirts are an absolute must. So that is what we have for the Tatula promotion. Now going back to looking at the new Tatula reels, the Tatula Elite is getting a major upgrade. It's going to be taking the body of the Tatula SVTW 100. It's going to have that nice low profile design. It's going to have that really cupped in top portion, which I really like. And I would imagine this casting is going to be absolutely incredible. You know, the Tatula Elite casted extremely well. One of my personal issues with it was it got a little grindy if you didn't keep up with the maintenance on it, add some grease in there from time to time. This one does have Mag Z boost and hyperdrive, so you should have an extremely good reeling performance, just like the Zillion. So built for distance casters, it's utilizing the SLC concept. It's going to have the 34 mil spool, Ultimate Tournament Drag, 90 millimeter handles are going to come stock on this one, and then also use the soft touch eye knobs. Now, the Tatula Elite Pitch and Flip is going to be similar to the predecessor. It's going to use a beefed up 100 millimeter swept handle. This is going to utilize the foam as well, and it's not going to have the just that soft touch cork. It's going to be that foamy kind of round handle one. A lot of people like to change that out. I highly recommend the Studio Composite when we get more of the EX Plus in to switch it out to that. Guys, there is a humongous difference. Unless you come in store, you've got buddies that have Studio Composite handles, y'all, those things are badass. Now, there are a bunch more releases. One of the, I guess, freshwater kind of specific ones is going to be the Frams. I'm not sure exactly how to pronounce that one. It's going to come in a bunch of different sizes. It's going to be more of that light style spinning reel. We also have new Surte in the saltwater lineup, Saltiga G, Seaborg, but we're not super interested in that for freshwater guys, right? Some new baits coming out and some new braids. So let's take a look here. I don't believe we're gonna get this one in. This is kind of just your standard like easy shiner. Daiwa is going to be releasing a new little finessey swim bait. So let me see if I can turn that the other way. There you go. So they are going to come out with a new Tournament D fin swim bait here. It looks again like very similar to an easy shiner. A couple different colors. I think they're pretty cool. You know, we might end up getting some of these in. We just didn't put many on the order writer, so be on the lookout for those. They're probably just going to be a good standard small swim bait. It's a very saturated category right now. Of course, I have my favorites. Kitech has the hearts of many anglers, but we do have a brand new color in the Samurai braid. This is going to be an 8 carrier braid. Ruby pink is the color. Very excited about that one. And from Evergreen, we've got 3 new lineup of baits. Of course, one of the favorites, fan favorites here is the bow worm. Now, the bow worm is going to be one of those that not a lot of anglers want to fish. Of course, something like a G Crazy ultra long, very, very strange to a lot of guys. But we've got a new finesse leech bait. We've got new back sliding craw, which I'm very, very excited about. Those back sliding baits, as well as anything that kind of gives that good death spiral and reaches fish that you just don't normally reach, are going to be extremely, extremely well kept secret. You know, not a lot of guys will talk about it, but of course here at Lake Pro Tackle, we're going to talk about it. Another bait is going to be the curly-tailed finesse worm, 3.2 inch. This is going to be just a little tiny finesse guy for the BFS guys. I think Daiwa is starting to really expand into that. I'm going to say they're probably going to bring out some more finesse style line. So be on the lookout from that, possibly from X-Braid. I think that's something we can see later in the year / maybe the next few years to come. So little tiny finesse worm. It's really more like a grub. It has 2 little wings on it to help plane it out, especially if you're using it just like on a ball head jig. But that is kind of what we got from Daiwa. Very excited. Again, Tatula promotions coming up quick. We do have a couple Tatula products, I think, on the real-time deals stand over here. Of course, if you aren't familiar with the real-time deals, let me turn you around here. You can check it out a little bit. So this is an in-store promotion that you can only take advantage of in the store. So that guy right there, that whole rack of reels, we've got them marked with little stickers, and you can go around and find the best deals. We got 10, 15, 20, up to 25% off. We've got a 30 hidden here as well. So, you know, first come, first serve on these real-time deals, and I can't wait for y'all to take advantage of them. But I'm going to go ahead and sign off here. I've been yapping too long. This video is getting a little tiring. So, guys, I'm going to see you in the next video. Of course, don't forget the Megabass Lucky Bags, Tatula promotion coming up, real-time deals in store only at Lake Pro Tackle. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.